rain. And of course, naturally, I'm coming to you in my car, which is like the only time it seems I have sanity for myself. So I'm going to talk to you about, can I teach the 101 curriculum in NoGi? And you'd be amazed on how many people are actually against that. You know, like jiu-jitsu is gi-oriented, that is how it's supposed to be taught, so on, so on. Let me give you a little bit of a breakdown on what I understand the basic curriculum is to me. Maybe you won't agree with me. That's perfectly fine. I'm a grown-ass man. I can deal with you disagreeing. And then I'll explain my thought process on what I'm going to do today. So, I have to teach 101 today in about 30 minutes. And I'm going to be teaching Gi Jiu-Jitsu 101 in NoGi. Now, the reason why we're doing that today is because our 101 curriculum is often always gi-based. We really never switch it up. But we have a sub-only event coming up in a week's time, and so we converted all the classes to NoGi, so that way people who are competing in the NoGi sub-only event are more comfortable and aware of what's going on. So regardless of your rank, they just want people to feel comfortable. All right, so a kimono is not really necessary for grappling. But a kimono was designed, okay, to implement day in and day out training without your clothes tearing, okay? We're gonna get to some specific aspects of the gi as far as attacks. So, as time went on and they tried to replicate this martial arts, start teaching it, they started realizing that, you know, these materials were tearing and things like that. It's like anything, right? Like, there's a certain type of material that is used, cut, and designed for football, okay? There's a certain type of material that is used and designed for gymnastics. They are designed for body awareness, movement, and durability. It's the same thing in jiu-jitsu, okay? It's the same thing, right? You can go get an Under Armour shirt, and it'll do its job as a rash guard under your gi. It'll probably last. You go to NoGi, and Under Armour's not really gonna last all that much, okay? It'll keep up, but it's just not gonna last, okay? And then when you, god damn, I got like a itch or a stinger in my neck at the same time. So, if you go buy a $40-something Under Armour shirt compared to a $40-something, $50-something rash guard top, there's going to be not an extreme noticeable difference, but you will notice a difference that the jiu-jitsu rash guard is a little bit thicker. Often, the weave is different for the seams. Like the ones we sell, it's a flat stitch seam, okay? And it's triple layered. It just holds up much, much better over time, all right? These things are being rubbed on constantly in a grappling and wrestling type of match environment, all right? It's not what Under Armour was designed for. So when you have a kimono, when you have a gi top, it's thick, it's heavy, it's been designed for you to grip and grip and pull and grip and pull over and over and over and not fall apart, all right? It is why the lighter kimonos will always tear faster, okay? It's just less material, so it gives out easier. That's all it is. It doesn't mean it's shit, it just means it's just less material. That's all it is, okay? So, this 101 curriculum, as far as I understand, and I could be wrong, okay, probably you could safely say originates from the Gracies, right? That 101 curriculum is self-defense, That is what jiu-jitsu really is. It is martial arts, and all martial arts are based off the premises of self-defense. When you start hearing advanced jiu-jitsu and all those other things, it's not really advanced. It's just now we're taking into account that we are actually fighting someone who actually knows how to fight, who actually knows grappling. All right? 101 curriculum works really, really well for people who know jiu-jitsu, and works extremely well for the idiots that are out there on the street who think they can fight. Okay? It is self-defense. It is basic movements, basic situations. This is what you got to do. The morons will always give up their back, turn their shoulders, release the pressure, create space, giving you every opportunity to advance into a better position, and then strangle them to death or break every bone in their body. It's why it works against weight disadvantages. Is it going to be hard? Absolutely. It's a fight. I don't understand when people are like, yeah, but I mean, I'm having trouble. It's a fucking fight. Like, you're supposed to have trouble. I don't get it. So, you do not need a gi to teach 101. All right? You do not need that. Now, I know some people are just waiting. Well, you can't teach Ezekiel chokes, and you can't teach cross chokes in NoGi. No, I can't. Thank you for naming 2 or 3 techniques I cannot use. Oh, you can't do bow and arrows. Okay, no, I can't. I can find a plethora from Three Amigos. Would you say I have a plethora? I can find a lot of moves in mount to compensate for the few moves I can't do for a bow and arrow choke or a cross choke, things like that. Those cross chokes, those bow and arrow chokes, you will often have people on the NoGi side say, well, no one's wearing a kimono, you can't use that in the street. It's been shown that you can use a t-shirt and a jacket. Is it going to be as easy as dealing with a kimono? Probably not, because that's what you're used to, okay? But you can adapt in a life or death situation. I'm pretty fucking sure if you're decent at jiu-jitsu, you'll figure out how to grab someone's shirt and choke the living shit out of them if they're trying to fucking kill you. That I'm not really worried about. Is the shirt gonna tear? Yes, it's probably going to tear, all right? But they'll also probably be strangled out, sleeping, or dying on the street, and you'll be safe, all right? That's why I use kimonos. Over and over usage, over and over, okay? So, it doesn't really matter if you're on the NoGi side or if you're on the gi side. They're both right. You know, you need to stop looking at who's right or who's wrong and just simply how can I adapt to that situation? All right? It'd be like you showing up and like, oh, I thought it was NoGi today, and then everyone's wearing a gi, so now you don't have a gi. I'm not one of those people who are like, well, you can't take class then. No, you took your time out to come to class. You made a simple mistake. I'm not going to tell you, no, you can't train. He's the better, all right? So, you can't 101 curriculum. You can't teach a gi-based curriculum in NoGi. No, you can't teach loop chokes and worm guard and all that stuff. I understand, okay? I think you understand the point of the video. When we're not getting super technical, it's just 101 curriculum. For the most part, you can adapt it and still teach it in a NoGi format.